All right. Yeah, they're still gonna be hopping in, and the pin's on the board behind me. All right, what's the domain of the graph of a parabola? Set builder notation. Domain. I think it's possible x values. So for that parabola, what's the domain?
Blue.
All right.
Heck yeah.
X such that x is an element of all real numbers. Ah, what's on board? What's the range? Ooh, range. I think that's possible y values, isn't it? What's the range of that graph? Also, we're switching to interval notation. Range. Possible y values.
It's blue.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's the slope-intercept equation of the line shown in this graph? Slope-intercept.
Oh.
Y equals mx plus b. That's what slope-intercept is. What's the slope? What's the y-intercept?
Yeah, I'm taking a place for
How about I give you this equation in standard form? Can you change that to slope-intercept form?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it. Subtract over the 6x. After that, you divide everything by 2. Because the coefficient on the left. Okay, you get that in the form y equals mx plus b. All right.
Bro, what is it? Can you read the name?
Yeah, I did. Graph shows a reaction rate as a function of concentration. Right, so if you have no concentration at all, then there's some reaction rate. As you increase the concentration going to the right. Okay. Ooh, what does this in behavior represent? Looks like it's approaching a horizontal asymptote. It tells you there's some kind of what's going on.
Bro.
It's green.
Right.
No.
It's got Zeke, Michaela, Justin, Forrest, Katie. Which graph is represented by piecewise? Piecewise.
Purple.
I know. It's green.
Get in there. Perfect mind. Blue.
No.
Zeke, Michaela, Edward Jepstein, Forrest, Katie.
I think Jets.
What's the equation? Ooh, absolute value. Got a classic V shape relative to the origin. It looks like it's left 3 down 4. How do you get a left 3 down 4?
It's red. No, it's yellow.
It is not.
No, it's black.
It's yellow. The purple. It's yellow. It's purple. Blue and
I
black.
think it's blue.
It's yellow. That's why I said red.
Left 3 down 4.
What?
All right.
Zeke, Michaela, Justin, Katie, Forrest.
All right.
What's the vertex form of the equation that describes the parabola shown? Vertex form. Got a classic parabola. Looks like it's right 3 down 1, maybe. How do you go right 3 down 1?
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah. And of course, you can always make an XY table. Zeke, Michaela, Edward Jepstein, Katie, Forrest. Pressure in a regulation sports ball must be 16 pounds per square inch plus or minus 1 psi. Which number line demonstrates that? Number line shows 16 pounds per square inch plus or minus 1 pound per square inch.
Purple.
Yeah. Dominique, Aiden, Effort Justin, Katie, Forrest.
You make it.
Public opinion poll shows candidate free candy will receive 55% of the votes, plus or minus 6%, which absolute value equation shows the percentage of votes he should expect to receive. Give you a hint, you could throw in some trial numbers. For example, I think 60% is within that range. So kind of
Use the base red.
Sure.
Ooh, I like 85%.
It's actually a lot.
Red and blue.
blue.
Alright, that's
Dominique, Derek, Effort Justin, Forrest, Katie.
no, I knew it was blue.
Yeah, you stalled it.
Surface of Grand Lake is elevation 508 feet, but there's a drought that begins on day 0. The water level drops 6 inches per day. Guys, 6 inches, that's a half a foot, right? So it's dropping half a foot a day. Which equation represents the elevation of lake surface in feet as a function of X number of days having happened?
It's so easy.
It's all yellow.
Yeah, I think I put too much time on this one. All right. Let's go 10 more seconds.
It's yellow.
Why?
Yellow looks.
Yeah, it starts at 508 feet. That's like a y-intercept. It's losing half a foot a day times the number of days.
Alright.
All right, Derek, Aiden, Effort Justin, Forrest, Katie. Oh, yeah, Katie, start. Car rental company A charges $500 to rent an economy car plus $1.50 per mile after that. Car rental company B charges a lot less up front, but more per mile. So, what distance road trip would you want to switch car companies?
240. Oh my god,
Tell you how to solve it. You set up y equals mx plus b. Okay, and then you do that for each car company, set them equal to each other for the same price, and you can solve for the number of miles. Yeah. Effort Justin, Derek, Aiden, Forrest, Katie. What coordinate do the two lines cross? Solve the system of equations. It says 4x minus 3y equals 18. X plus 3y equals -3.
Who are they?
So what xy value? What's the only coordinate that's part of both lines? That's another way to say that. You could do substitution. You could do elimination. I think that's what I did in class was elimination. Yeah. Effort Justin, Derek, Aiden, Katie, Forrest. Which coordinate lies in the solution to the system of inequalities? Now, there can be many correct answers, but out of those multiple choice options, only one of them actually works. This is if I had you guys graph these, you would like shade a whole region of the graph. You might split the graph up into 4 sections. You would shade one of the regions. Looking at the intersection of those two.
Whoa.
10 more seconds. Michaela, Derek, Aiden, Katie, Forrest. Solve the 3-variable system as an ordered triplet. Well, you know x is 3, but what is y and what is z?
Got it.
10 more seconds. Alright. Michaela, Derek, Ida, Forrest, Katie. What is the standard form of the equation of the parabola shown in vertex form? Right. So that parabola is in vertex form. Can you rewrite that in standard form? Tell you how I would do it. I would FOIL out that x minus 2 bit, x minus 2, x minus 2. After that, I would distribute the 5. After that, I would add 6 to whatever the constant comes out to be.
Well, you know, you can learn, right? I think you could get rid of one good stuff. That is the number one in the game.
Michaela, Derek, Ida, Forrest, Katie.
You want to do it, don't you have to.
Retail store, number of widgets sold increases as the price drops. Suppose that the quantity sold as a function of price is given by that equation. What's the equation that shows the revenue as a function of price? Now, revenue is price times quantity. So the first equation is quantity as a function of price. And you're looking for revenue, which is price times quantity. Well, price is kind of like X. So I would take this quantity equation and multiply by another price. I guess P could stand for price, right? What does that look like? Huh. By the way, that'll come out to a parabola shape. If you graph revenue as a function of price, it would look like an upside down parabola. The price is too low or too high, you're not making a lot of revenue. But somewhere in the middle is a sweet spot. All right. Or maybe you can maximize the revenue if you wanted to. All right. Michaela, Derek, Ida, Forrest, Katie. Is this? Oh, for the win! For the win! What widget price would maximize the amount of revenue you sold? Now, the equation you're looking at is the answer to the last question. So these last two went together. The vertex of a parabola is given at negative b over 2a. You guys see b is like 800 and a is like negative 50. So what is negative b over 2a? Because that would be the ideal price, so you can maximize your revenue. All right, see who won Kahoot. The bronze, Derek, silver, Forrest, and the gold, Katie. All right, let's continue on here because last week we paced this out over 3 days. Of course, I went through it slower so I could show you guys how to solve these, and the solutions are all recorded. Okay. All right, so now we're going on to part 2. All right, well, I'm gonna get this going since today's the Blitz edition. The pin is still on the board, so you can still hop in. Here we go. Tom stands edge of a table and throws a ball upward. The height is of the ball is a function of time. Hey, remember how'd you guys make those flip books the other day? Yeah. And this equation could exactly apply. So what time does the ball reach maximum height? Right. Oh, it sounds a lot like that maximum revenue question that you guys just saw a minute ago. Right. And so maybe negative b over 2a. Try negative 55 divided by negative 32. Right, I think something like that. Okay. So this negative 16 is related to the strength of Earth's gravity field. This 55 is related to how fast did Tom throw the ball straight upward. And this 4 represents the height of the platform. Right? No, those are all related in feet. So we got feet per second squared. Yeah. If you take my physics class, you'll see many equations that look like that. All right. Okay, so if you did it right, you should have gotten something pretty close to that. I got points on board.
You only got it right?
Oh, there was one winner. Tom stands into a platform, throws the ball upward. Okay, so exact same scenario as before, but here's the new question: is at what time does the ball reach the ground? And that would be height 0 feet. So you can set this whole thing equal to 0 to represent 0 height. Now, on the midterm, I will provide you with this quadratic formula. But you know you'll have to apply it, just like you would have to apply it right now to be able to solve it. So I think A in this context is -16, B in this context is 55, C is 4. Okay. And I'll give you guys one more hint. For that plus or minus, choose the minus. So do -b minus square root, blah, 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 blah. Right. Now, as long as you plug in the numbers where they go and you group everything correctly with parentheses, just like we did in the review, then you should get one of those multiple choice answers. Quadratic equation.
Why do they do that?
All right. Oh, we'll be getting it tomorrow. Ooh, Derek. More points to Derek. Ooh, what's I to the power of 13? Remember, I was the square root of -1. So I squared was itself -1. So I to the 4 was 1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So if you have I to the 4, I to the 8, I to the 12, that's just different ways to represent 1. Here's a hint. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Dion, Forrest, Derek. Ooh, factor with complex numbers. Anytime you have a sum of two squares and you're trying to factor it, yeah, the only way to do that is with complex numbers. That's to say, there's going to be an I in there to represent square root -1. Now, since the whole exam is going to be multiple choice, could play off the multiple choice answers and foil each of them out until it leads back to the original statement. That's a way to know for sure if you got it right. For alternating current, voltage equals current times impedance. Suppose the current is 2 plus 3J amps, and the impedance is 5 minus J ohms. What is the voltage? So you're going to FOIL this. Do 2 plus 3J and 5 minus J. So first outside, inside last. J is the same thing as I, so square root of -1.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. You guys, about 30 seconds here. You FOIL that out. FOIL. First outside, inside last. Wherever you run into a J squared, that would represent -1. Maybe that could be helpful. All right. Somebody got it. Derek got it. Yeah. Factor that. Now, if you have a difference of two squares, but you can do that with just real numbers. Difference of squares. Looks like 4x is being squared in the first term. 7 is being squared in the second term. Yeah, it's the difference of those squares. So how do you factor that? Right. Just like before, you could go through all the multiple choice answers and boil each of those out, and only one of them gets back to the original statement. Yeah, one right there. Yeah. Got Gian, Forrest, Derek. What is the standard form of the equation of the parabola shown? Here. So the vertex form would be, let's see, y equals x plus 2 quantity squared and then minus 4. Right, so take x plus 2 quantity squared minus 4. Right. FOIL out the x minus 2 being squared. And after that, subtract out 4. Here's another hint. For this particular one, I don't know if the midterm's going to be like this exactly, but see how this parabola goes through the origin, 0, 0? So if you plug in 0 for x, you should get 0 for y. I think only one of those equations actually does that. That one right there. Yeah.
Or isn't the one
Huh?
or is not the one it's just
Uh,
or
Right.
vertex.
yeah. Because if you plug in 0 for x,
Yeah.
see it all zeros out. Yeah. All right. Got Gian, Forrest, Derek. Which number line represents the solutions to that inequality? I think what I would do is I would factor that. And then from the factored form, you could split the number line into 3 segments. Okay, 120 feet of fencing. She wants to enclose at least 800 square feet. Now she can enclose more. That's okay. Right. But it can't be anything less. That's why all the answer choices have inequality signs. Right, so this width W has to be between what and what? Guys, what is area of a rectangle? How do you find that? Yeah, like times what? So could you do W times 60 minus W? Okay. And that has to be greater than or equal to 800. Could you guys see that? Ooh. Okay, so it would end up looking kind of quadratic, right? You could multiply everything out, get it compared to 0, factor it. That's probably what I would do. Could you use a quadratic equation if you wanted to? Yeah, you could do that too. And I had a quadratic formula printed somewhere else on the exam. You guys saw something like that earlier.
I saw you make the flip book thing. And
Oh.
I did it.
Just
do one
yeah.
thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks. All right. Ooh, yeah, nice. All right. You got Gian, Forrest, Derek. Solve system of equations for points of intersection.
This game.
Ooh, I'm gonna close down these last few a little faster. All right, so for the bell here. All right, which polynomial could best model graph shown? So it goes up, down, up, down, up. That sounds like x to the power of 5. Yeah. How many real zeros are in the graph shown? X-intercepts. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, if you have degree 5, it can have up to 5 real zeros. 5 right there. Number of triangles that can be drawn by drawing indots on a page can be modeled by this expression, straight out of your book. Dylan draws 10 non-collinear dots. So when you see the midterm later this week, what if I change that number to 11 dots? Can you, whatever, how many dots you draw? Can you just put that in for n and solve it? You guys can do that, right? It's just kind of plug and chug. Okay. It should be one of those answers.
20.
All right. What's the degree of that polynomial? Degree of the polynomial.
5.
Yeah. Right. What's the highest power on x? On that case, right? What's the leading coefficient? Leading coefficient. What's the maximum possible number of zeros? Real zeros, x-intercepts. Got it. Here. The degree is 5. You guys see the degree is 5? So how many zeros do you think you could have? 5, right? Distribute that. Move along here. So you guys know it's gonna be a distribution question. All right, for the win, for the win.
Everybody just put green.
Right, this is the one. Okay, yeah, there's Pascal's triangle. Okay. All right. Let's navigate that. We got Gian, Forrest, and Derek. All right. All right.